Hello everyone and welcome to another Elden Towers Fight Club presentation. We have Stick ready and we have Alex ready. Both fighters have bowed. Let's get this fight on the road. Straight into a lion's block. Alex gets hit a couple times. Healing is allowed this fight club, as is... Oh wait, no, healing is not allowed this fight club. That is correct. It is not allowed, and spam is repeating any technique 4 or more times. It's using the standard fight club rules. So try not to heal. GG's for that first blood for Alex. First blood for Alex. Icarus, come on down, place your sign down. We're doing duels. No healing, and spam is set at 4. Oh yeah, in between fights, definitely fill back up. I've hosted so many War Rules fight clubs where I'm like, just have at it. Oh yeah, it's been a fun little kick. And the phalanx has been equipped. Those might hit me. And I just took half of that phalanx damage. Stay out of that healing bubble. That frenzied death bubble. Here comes a big poke, Alex. Oh, it's a Falx. Can't really get any closer than this for a picture. Brutal trade. You want me to get rid of that for you? Alright, stand real still for a second. And your healing physic has been removed. Of course, that's the only reason why I carry that sword, is to help undo it. Well, you went glug 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 at the start of the fight and you had the buff. Oh, you can't predict my actions, Icarus. And there hasn't been a turtle tower this weekend. What's going on, Icarus? I like Turtle Tower because it's small and confined. You can't really run too far, and it's fairly easily accessible from the beginning of the game. Oh, you want to... You're gonna accidentally hit me with your buff. Yeah, let me try to hide in a corner. Yeah, I'll hide right behind you for this, so... There we go. Now it hits you instead of me. Let the fight begin. Icarus gets hit a couple times. See, what I like about this battlefield is it's a linear fight. You can back up, you can back forward, but you do not get much room left and right. And if you do, you can get caught in these little corners. These little corners can be a death sentence. What's up, Wesley? Come on up. Hey, Yuli, thank you for the happy affiliate. This is the hallway, yes. Wesley's showing up right away to this fight. Cool arena. This is the hallway room, Yuli. We will discover it one time on your adventure if you find your way over here. One of my favorite swords is located inside this arena, at the very, very bottom. Make sure Wesley gets credit. The Godslayer's Greatsword. How dare you say mean things about my child, Icarus? It sounds like the Godskin duo gank is out. Your favorite boss fight. No? If somebody needs my help with Malakath, I'll show up any time to help them. But if they ask for help on the Godskin duo, I just look at them. I do that thing where I just stare and go, why? Why did you summon me for this? Oh, hit with the Bloodblade. The Lance. The Lance is coming out. But yes, Yuli, absolutely the favorite hallway battle that we all love. Hello to the viewers. Alex, you fought well, but the next fighter's on their way. I think this is Stick. I gotta get Stick back in and then Icarus in that order. This hallway is much better, though, for duels. This hallway for free-for-alls can be kind of a nightmare for some players. Oh, you put 3 people in here, it's pure chaos and madness, and then they start throwing frenzy spells, and all you want to do is just scream, "May chaos take the world." Last time it looked more colorful? Oh, that's because it was decorated with rainbow stones. I can do that after this fight, if it makes you feel better, Yuli. Alright. The Devourer's Scepter, I don't know why you would use that in here, but now I have to stay far away. Yes, it does. It does. Let me ask them if they could change it. Yep. I asked him nicely to avoid heals because, yep. But bow. I asked him nicely over the PSN, please do not use that. So here is what Yuli remembers. I think it was 3 rainbow stones per wall. Right in these little cracks. The next fighter's coming in. It's Icarus. Here you go, Yuli. Now it's gonna look more familiar to you. All right. Does that look more familiar, Yuli? You see a whole wall of green, we get different colors. Alright, I was able to jog Yuli's memory with rainbow stones, everybody. Hey, they waved to you, Yuli. I think that was Wesley waving to you. And Icarus is waving to the audience, too. Alright. Looks like the Flaming Strike is out. The buffs are being applied. The giant harpoon thrown with fan daggers. Wesley's showing up with his lance. I got a fun one for you, Wesley. I don't know if you know this, but if you offhand your lance, you get hyper armor on your L1. Hello, CJ. You pulling up to the fight club, bud? We are at the Divine Tower of Caelid. Ow. That emergency boulder hit me, not your opponent. Yuli said hello in the chat to you, though. I don't think Icarus didn't want to be rude, Yuli. That's why they waved. They're like, oh, hey, the audience. So, Yuli, if you really want to know, this is actually our original standard for fight clubs. No healing allowed, and the move cannot be spammed more than 3 times. So, most people will do the move once or twice. But they won't use the same move over and over again. Unlike in war, they could stand there and use the same spell over and over. My philosophy on spam is if the opponent's gonna spam, at least you know what's next. And you know how to dodge to react to it. Round of applause. It's okay, Icarus. Wesley's no joke. You're gonna have to come in, ready to fight. Almost. Oh, Wesley don't mess around. Every day we improve just a little bit more. What is a good setup for that hyper armor offhand lance? Wesley, if you're using offhand lance, it sounds kind of silly, but a dagger in the right hand or a halberd. If you want the speed of a dagger, do the walkie, and then you can swap the lance to the shield when you need it, and kind of cross between the dag shield to that hyper armor poke. But then you'd be fighting like a southpaw. You're gonna want to lead with that hyper armor poke. And our fighters have began. With how linear these fights are gonna be, you should have no problem using that. I love this arena. This arena is because it's a tiny little box. Icarus is trying to dig up the Gloam lore on why I love this tower. I like Rises. I like the Divine Towers. I think they're all great pieces of real estate. Got him with the Stormblade. So you need good poise. I think you got the poise. Yeah, let me check real quick. What's your poise look like, Wesley? Are you running like 100 plus? Yeah. I've also seen people use the Banished Knight Halberd with that. If you happen to have a Banished Knight Halberd. Yeah, 95, you're definitely good. Yeah, you're fine on your poise. Your L1s are going to be uninterruptible. Alright, both fighters have applied their buffs. And it looks like we've got a fight, and I think, yeah, you're going to be more confident with the, oh, definitely more confident with that halberd. Oh, Icarus is pulling out her bag of tricks. Well, they know to stay off the stairs. That hallway has no room before it becomes a staircase. There's barely enough room to turn around. There you go. Oh, close. So what I think the trick is that people do with that, Wesley, is they treat the a round of applause for you too. They treat the poke off of the halberd, and then they follow up with the hyper armor poke off of the lance. It seems very slow, and we got Jaco in here. Oh, the tree sentinels arrived. But yeah, there's like a poke off of the step in R1 with the L1, and it's brutal. I've seen a lot of people use it. Make sure Jaco gets paid up. Jaco Mo has entered the arena. I think they're just reviewing the rule set real quick so they know. And it looks like a jump. Alright. They're waiting on you, Icarus. Are you ready, Icarus? I think Icarus's mic is muted. If Icarus does not respond, I'll have to sever them. 3, 2, 1. Oh, you moved right when I counted down. Sorry, Icarus, I didn't know if you were dead or alive. Put your sign back down and I'll get you in next. I just don't really enjoy killing an opponent who happens to be AFK for a moment. That's also rude. Stick has entered the arena. Oh, Wesley, also, if you have an offhand poison affinity, Wesley, put poison on, so when you do your power armor attack, you're gonna get that little bit of extra latency damage. If they end up rolling the attack, they still pick up the poison. Oh my, so much lightning in such a small place. What happened to the tree sentinel? That person you just fought was the tree sentinel, but they're no, the person who just fought's the tree sentinel. But now they're here as a dragon warrior. I think they are a dragon. Watch out, Icarus. It's all lightning. I got you next, Wesley. You get to fight the winner. You get to fight a Dragon Warrior or Icarus. So much lightning. So much chaos and destruction and mayhem in here. The Dragon Warrior, huh? Icarus, you know how to interrupt these dragon fighters, right? Wesley, you're up, and then I got Stick. So, yes. There's a dragon killing great katana that'll do absolutely nothing against them in PvP. No, it's not a bad weapon, but you could definitely take advantage of a few things. Lightning is out. Multi-strikes. Here comes the blender. Lightning Shamshir might be what you need. Get him on the backswing. Oh. The Dragon Halberd. Buffed with Frost Lightning. Is an incredibly deadly weapon, and a shield comes out too, the Duelist Shield as well. And a whip swap. I did not expect the offhand whip. It's the Arumi. And another smack of the Arumi. Uh-oh, not in this hallway. GG's, Wesley. And yeah, Jaco, you're a beast. I'm just saying, if you did so happen to want to pick up a tower, there is a tower dedicated to dragons, and they are looking for someone strong to help lead them. They are definitely looking for a good, strong powerhouse. Good at making builds? You made a darn good Tree Sentinel build for the Golden Order, and you've made a very powerful dragon build. Icarus, you have the dragon to defeat. Oh, you got denied a backstab. What's up, Hopper? Are you pulling up? We are at the Divine Tower of Caelid, fighting in the hallway of death. Just watching that lightning get closer and closer is scary. I'm like, is it gonna hit me? I just have to assume I'll take a little bit of damage in this corner. Oh, you didn't get the follow-up. Not fighting right now, Hopper. No worries. We got some close quarters fights here. It's no healing and spam is 4+. You remember those rule sets, Hopper? Oh, that's so brutal. Great job, you dragon fighter, Jaco. That dragon breath is a good reason for these pillars to exist. You can kind of dodge it if you're fast enough. Gargast, Stick, and Alex. I gotta get Stick, Alex, and then Wesley back in. Did it go around you and hit you around there? Oh, man. So close. Alright, Stick has arrived. Applying all their buffs. Looks like it's double electricity day today. Let the fighting begin. He bows respectfully to his opponent. One giant lightning orb versus another giant lightning orb and a huge explosion. Okay, so it partial hits. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah, it is hard to actually hide around the corner from that. I think you have to jump up on this ledge right here and have 1 foot up how I'm standing. Can you hit that dragon breath again while I'm in this corner? I want to make sure if it is dodgeable. Right here. Hit that dragon breath again. That's Jaco. I don't think he can hear me. Yeah, it still hits around the corner. Wow. There's no way to dodge that one. Maybe I'll hide in this corner over here. It's not, I can't say no. I can't tell the dragon they can't do dragon stuff. How dare you do dragon stuff as a dragon build? Wesley, you want to use a spear or that dragon halberd's really good because it gives you a slashing ash. But I would think the Flaming Strike Banished Knight's Halberd is probably one of your best choices. Maybe with Bleed or Poison in the offhand. It should be over here. Any of those, Wesley, would work out pretty well. Oh. Have to see real quick. And let's see here. Lightning comes out flying. That was not the same move repeated 4 times. Okay, I was watching and counting. 3 lightning on the floor, followed up by the 4th one, which was lightning from the sky. About that song request, I'm going to see what we can do about it. Stick, you're up. Dude is literally spamming. Yeah, Wesley, he used 2 lightning strikes and then 2 lightning bolts. It's not the same repeated technique, but I think you can get around them. I have a feeling you can get around them. And I know for a fact a lot of his spells, if you were the Tree Sentinel, you'd be able to reflect. Law of causality, okay. Anti-magic buffs. Yeah, that's what I was watching, Jaco. I was watching the animation changing. There's a 3 spell combo off of lightning that I know about, and it uses 3 different spells. There's lightning strike. Oh, grabbed with the great sword of damnation. That was a good solution, Stick. The floor lightning can be a pain to get around, but I know there's anti-lightning stuff for sure. Alex and then Icarus. Icarus, you gotta get in there and kill him. He is the Dragon Lord. And Alex, on that song request, I do not think our DJ is available to mix that one in. I'm double checking. I think we're on just our playlist right now. Icarus, get around that lightning, please. Put on that rubber suit. There you go. Blood Flame in a corner is... Oh man, that was a good trade. Watch out for that dueling shield. GG's, Icarus. GG's. Alright, Wesley, I'm gonna summon you in and you don't have to fight the dragon, that dragon god right now. Good run, Jaco. Good run. You got Icarus. Yuli redeems to pet that dog? Okay, I can pet the dog. Where is he? Pet that dog. Let me pet that dog. He's been a good boy. Yuli, I can't just pick him up and put him on my keyboard like you can with your animals. Alright, Wesley, you are up against Icarus. At a high hide in that corner. Yep, 3 repeated moves is okay. 4 or more is no good. I realize that this room is so small. I love Shard Spiral into Comet. That's such a good combo, though. But yeah, this room is so small. So small. Oh, you don't pick up the animals? They just jump onto your keyboard like that, Yuli? Oh no, that would drive me crazy. My animals will, like, tap on the side of me. And they'll be like, hey, summon me. Alex, you're up. Alex, after the fight club, I will play the song for you. After the broadcast. Alex is showing up with backhand blades. And a big metal hat. Lionel's... How many phalanxes do you need? About 20? Alright. There we go. You tried to flower rot them onto the staircase and force a ring out? Wow. Holy explosion. Shard Spiral Comet takes it. I will admit, going through the DLC on a high new game, Shard Spiral Comet saved my butt in so many places where the enemies are just resistant to fire. Like, perpetually resistant to all forms of fire. It's like 90% of the DLC was strong against me. Yeah, even Black Flame doesn't work as good. What are you using Scarlet Bloom for? It can. You want to endure into it. So, like, pop an endure and then do the Scarlet Bloom while you have the endure buff. There's a lot of tricky spells like that. He's dodging every comet and every spell you got. Oh no, that was unfortunate. Cannon of Haima. I would have gone for the completion of that Ash instead of chasing with lightning. Oh, both of you were clever trying to get around that piece of cover. Good use of the corner. Almost a tie. That was very close between you both. GG's. Now, tiny room fights. This can happen. This can definitely happen in a tiny room fight. People start pulling out the big spells. It's okay. I'll do my best to try not to get exploded. Sometimes it's pretty difficult to time that perfectly. Stick is applying their buffs. The lightning has been applied. Alright, both fighters appear ready. Oh, you missed the stamp. I would say Rot is very effective against dragons. Okay, that was actually cleverly done. GG's. I did not expect that combo. Using the Divine Beast Warrior's sword is, that was a good swap. That was a good swap. This room is small enough to make everything work. I don't pick them up, they jump. Well, Yuli, if the animals jump up there, that means they like you enough to share that space with you, right? I'm sure that's what that means. The buff is out. Big lion head. Get all the effect off of that helmet without having to worry about the negative effects of your potions. This is just a light show of epicness going on in here. And the gravity missile. Get him in the corner with the gravity missile. There you go. That's the technique. And I missed it, but I saw it coming. Stormhawk axe. I haven't seen that one in a hot minute. Getting a little chaotic in here. Sorry about you guys locking on to me right there. This is not a good spot for me. Well, Yuli, I gotta get the good camera angle, and they say the cameraman never dies. But I can. I can very much die in this corner. Alright, Icarus, you're up next. Icarus has entered the battlefield. I gotta say, when between Jaco and Wesley, you guys have some pretty intense fights. And you both are very, very good fighters. Oh, Icarus, you're a very scary fighter, too. No, Icarus, you didn't earn your rank. It was just handed to you, right? From, like, a box of Cracker Jacks? You just, like, opened up a box of Cracker Jacks and your rank was in there? Yeah. No, all ranks are earned. Everybody here is a great fighter, too. Quick little poke. Oh, the explosion of the Mesmer's orb. There you go. Dodged most of that. Hell yeah, that's good. Is it too close to Icarus? Oh. Cornered. Well fought though, Icarus. GG's. Oh, I get it, Wesley. I get it. He's tough. He normally runs a Tree Sentinel build. And the Tree Sentinel build, he runs all the projectile rebound combos. He's a beast. The guy's definitely tough. And Spiral Comet is an awesome combo. I don't care what anybody says. That deals such good damage. Alright, both fighters are bowed and ready. Arrows are flying. Oh, that flew right past me. Lightning versus Star Shower. The Dragon Roar. That looked like a Dragon Roar. Just barreling this roar. Right. More Star Shower. There you go. Just fill the whole arena with a bunch of stuff that they won't be able to get around. And Jaco runs right into the gravity missile. Remember, 3 in a row is okay. You can roll it to anybody else. Uh-oh. Here comes the Ice Breath. Is the angle good? Nope, the angle was no good. Great dodge. Our showers are out. I got exploded, and so did Jaco. GG's. Yeah, Yuli, sometimes I just kind of have to see what happens, because if I die, but they still get the win against the other person, it's still a win. I try my best to stay alive, though, in this place. Alex, you're up. Wesley, Jaco saying GG's in the Discord. Got a good win there. And he bows. What's up, Column? Showing up to the Fight Club. We are at the Divine Tower of Caelid. The Omen Roar. Yep. Put your red sign down, Column, and I'll get you in here. This is a perfect arena for your fun weapon. I'm still alive. Answering Jaco's question, things that hold down, I call those sustained. So just make sure to let go at 3 or 4 seconds, and therefore it is not spam. Icarus, there's Column. Icarus, you're next. I gotta get Column in here. They just showed up. Column has entered the arena. Straight to the Cragblade Milady. Column's signature weapon. Take a solid 2 damage from the fan daggers. And the poison mist is out. One more hit and that bleed triggers. Gets his bullish just in time. Good offhand hatchet speed. Talisman swapped over. Column's dodging. Well fought, Column. GG's there, Wesley. He only uses that sword. So this guy's #1 weakness is getting parried. You just have to watch for that jump attack, and then you can get him on the follow-up attacks for the parries. Alright, Icarus, you're next. But yeah, it's coming out of a spell battle, mage battle, right into that. It's a tough transition. But this room is small enough that you can have a singular weapon and punish a spell user. And hopefully close a gap. In 3 minutes, we will be taking a quick little ad break. Icarus takes a bow, Column takes a bow. Icarus, I do not know if you've fought Column yet. But you're in for a surprise. Gotta watch out for that Stormblade. GG's, Column. I got time for another fight before the ad break. Alright, it's up for Jaco. Yeah, Wesley, Cragblade on a Milady is pretty insane. A lot of people, they don't like that sword already to begin with, so adding more poise break to it makes it pretty insane. Well, fighter's bow indicating ready. Column dodges the lightning, straight into the jump attack. The Dragon King's Cragblade also comes out, but misses. For those watching, the Milady is my favorite infusible sword. I think its moveset is very fun. The R2, R1 on it is extremely good. Oh, but the hyper armor. And it looks like Column barely survives with just 1 HP pretty much. A round of applause. Hang tight, viewers. We'll be taking a quick small ad break. And we'll get the fighting going again. We will be right back in just a few seconds. Hey! Enjoy a little bit of replays from our fights. Hello everyone, we are back. We got more fights for you coming right up. Currently in, we have Column versus Icarus. Cragblade Milady versus Blood's second in command. The Blood Flame comes out right away. Missing the poke with the blood flame. That's a G-Cat, too. You definitely have the ability to interrupt. And that's gonna smack me right in the face. Oh, the spinning weapon was anticipated. I apologize on that one, Icarus. Alright, Wesley, if your sign's here, you're next. I know you can take down this Cragblade milady. I do not see Wesley, so I'm gonna get Alex and then Jaco. I gotta be careful when Icarus is throwing them big rocks. One of them did. One of them got me. I don't mind though, it's part of the risk of being a host in a tiny box fight. The buffs are out. The Cragblade has been applied. You gotta play smart around that Cragblade. Oh, Mesmer's spear going pokey poke poke. He manages to dodge the spear. Watch out, Alex. GG's, Alex. GG's. Looking for the other signs. We have Icarus and Jaco. It's Jaco and then Icarus up next. Jaco has arrived. And he knows what he's up against. Both parties bow ready to fight. That fight's began with or without your buff. On the halberd, but it's blue lightning. I never used the jumping R1 on that. I'm a fan of the jumping R2. Uh-oh. This could be it. GG's, though. GG's. Alright, Colin, put your sign down. That was a great winning streak, though. You definitely went through everybody at least once on that summon. Uh-oh. I see another red sign. Is this King Cinnamon? I'm gonna make sure King Cinnamon gets their medals for arriving. Yuli says I knew what I signed up for when I came here. That is correct. Tiny room battle, big explosions. I also have to watch out for Column's sword, because if he ends up slicing and dicing near me, I gotta get out of the way. That could kill me in 3 hits. Nope. My armor set specifically sets me up to be mostly resistant to frenzy. And a little tiny rock is floating around. Is it going to explode? Nope. No damage. And the dragon halberd goes swinging. Wild strikes on a G-Cat. Looks like word of this skill's been getting around. Clever magma pot. That sounded brutal. I heard that sound. A round of applause. King Sin, place your sign down. I'll be getting you next again. We're in rotation. Icarus, it's your turn. I had to pass over you for a person who hasn't fought yet, but now it's your turn. The lightning versus blood flame. Icarus is spacing, waiting for that poke. I couldn't really see what happened there behind the corner. I just saw rotten butterflies and a dead body. Alex, I got you up after this, and then King Cinnamon in that order. That way, if you were watching, I could see the signs. Yeah, the only time I skip order is when a brand new sign appears and they haven't had a chance to fight yet. That way I can put them in the rotation. Big sword with rocks on it. And he bows, ready. Jumping the lightning strike was clever. Oh, Cats gets hit with the ash of the dragon halberd. Bounces off the wall with that sword. Could go any way right now. It looks like Cats is in the lead. There it is. Jaco, GG's. Round of applause for the fighters. And who is up next? Alex. Alright, Alex. You might need something to get around the Cragblade. After seeing Column fight, I have a feeling I know what their weakness is, but I can't share it with you. Though I think he just shared it with you, if you were fast enough to see it. Oh man, his weakness is parry. Neither am I. I am not very good at parrying either. Quick swings. You can also catch him in a giant fire tornado, though. That works very well. I would have just committed to a second Stormblade right there for the win. You probably should have. You would have gotten that kill. But that works too. Good old blind spot can come through for you. Round of applause. So now Alex. Let's see who your opponent is. It's King Cinnamon. And then I'll summon those two signs over there next. First hour of Fight Club's down. We have 2 hours ahead of us. Alex, it's time for you to build a kill streak. I think you can beat him. He's pretty aggressive, though. With the sneaky shard. Gotta watch out for the wild strikes on the Great Katana. Tries to get the rolling attack. And chopped with the wild strikes, but you did get a win, which means you can get another one. You know what I mean, Alex? You got a win, you can get another one. So Icarus, Cats, Jaco. So it's gonna be Jaco and then Icarus. Probably be beneficial to me if I put this on. And do I have a ritual shield laying around? I probably gave mine away. I do not have one laying around. Jaco applies their buffs. Is this Plasudasax himself? See people use any of the stamp attacks. Lightning comes out. Oh, this is gonna hurt. I gotta get away from that real quick. Almost caught me there. Almost caught me. I saw the dragon breath coming out. I knew I had to get out of the way. Icarus, you're up next, and a lot of signs are showing up. So I'm going to try to rotate through as best as possible. Buffs are being applied. Great use of the dagger there. I don't think Jaco expected that. Nobody uses that halberd, so I don't think anybody knows how to act to it. GG's. That was insane. I have to get Column in here. I mean it when I tell people that that's rated as one of the worst DLC weapons. Nobody knows how good it is either. But yeah, at lower levels, the stats spread and stuff like that, it doesn't really matter. But here, at higher level, it's really, really good. Definitely has its uses, but not against that Cragblade Milady. Cinnamon is up next. All right, cool. Yeah, as long as I can, as long as you're on the stream, Jaco. I was gonna say, yeah, that weapon in the DLC. Oh man, that was rough. And out of all the people I've seen that use it, everybody rates it as one of the worst weapons in the DLC. And just like you, I also hated it. I didn't like it very much at all. I really don't care much for the Great Katana either, but then once I've seen it with Wild Strikes, I go, aha! Yeah, those ashes on the weapon, be it Spinny Blender or Wild Strikes, any of those are great. Explosion. Wrath of Gold is an amazing attack. Comes out so fast. Most people never see it happen. Oh, you didn't complete it. You had him stuck. Oh, the dragon comes out. GG's King Cinnamon. Yeah, Jaco, the curved sword version is worse. It is so bad. Like, the halberd one is good, but the curved sword one is just, ugh. I'm gonna get Alex, Icarus, and then Jaco. In that order. Yeah, something about that curved sword, it's so bad that even if I made a dedicated death build, I would pick 3 or 4 different weapons over that weapon. Alex has entered the arena. Here's your rematch against King Cinnamon, Alex. Sneaky shard misses. Adula's Moonblade comes out into the Zammer Ice Storm. Oh my, big damage. And another Zammer Storm. What's up, Rock? Are you coming to the fight club? We are fighting atop the Divine Tower, well, halfway up the Divine Tower of Caelid. It still exists, Rock. Alright, so I have to get Jaco back in here. Come place your sign at the Divine Tower of Caelid midpoint. You know what, Jaco? You're right. The Eclipse Show toll is better than that curved sword. Standard. Just the standard rule set. Nothing too crazy. But we are fighting in a tiny little room. No, we're at the Divine Tower of Caelid. Yeah. Go to the Grace. Go to the Grace right before you go up the stairs to activate Radahn's rune. Day dang, says King Cinnamon. Yeah, you got exploded. What happens? Alright, so there's Cats. There's Alex. I gotta get Icarus in. And then I'm gonna get Cats and then Alex. And then Rock as soon as the sign shows up. No, I agree, King Cinnamon. The halberd is amazingly good for spacing. Apply your buffs, Icarus. Icarus? Oh, okay. I thought you went AFK again. I was going to start the count. Fan daggers are out. Zweihander versus the Dragon Lord's Cragblade. Another big swing. They say lightning doesn't strike the same place twice unless you're fighting a dragon build. Serpents are out. Icarus, GG's. I've seen them use other shields. Ooh, is this? That's Alex. That's Cats. That's King. I gotta get Alex in here. Then Cats, then King, or Rock. Or Rock if they show up. We're right in Dragon Barrow. Just head north from Dragon Barrow Rest. Jump with Torrent from the ledge off the roots onto the left side Work your way up and to the left, taking both the ladders. Alright. Looks like Alex is ready. Applying all their buffs. Hit with the swing. I knew that was going to land on me, but that's okay. I couldn't move because I could have thrown off the targeting. You've never seen the Dragon Halberd's Ash? That's from the base game. Yeah, it's actually a base game weapon you can get early, too. You're showing up at... You are showing up at the Divine Tower midpoint of Caelid. Yeah, center. Put your sign down. You're right here. Yep, you're right here. Yeah, it's a base game weapon for sure. Cragblade is equipped. Column comes running in. Jump attack with the R2. The phantom range on that is crazy. Zap. Being able to strike with that shield is it's different. Bear witness. Forefathers, one and all. A round of applause. Did you expect that swap to the Grafted Dragon? Yeah, no, me neither. Nobody uses that either often. Oh. You're talking about Dragon Bolt Blessing? You could actually get around that, I think, with password GG7. But yeah, you can get around that with an Iron Jar. Room's small enough to make Iron Jar work. Though, it would make you weaker to lightning. His attacks would also bounce off you. Yeah, makes you incredibly strong against everything else, though. Phantom Slash. It's nice seeing the moves rarely used. Into the Endure, King Cinnamon swaps over, also having a dueling shield engine. Throws not one moon, not two moons, but 3 moons! Just to get hit with the Frosty Breath. Misses it. Ah, gets cut. GG's though. Nice round of applause. got rid of that instead of using it. Where is my heartening cry? There it is. Alright. Cats. Icarus. Alex. Who dis? Rock Smasher. Time to get rockin' here. Rock Smasher, let me make sure you get your medals for showing up. Alright, Rock. As long as it doesn't heal. Alright. If it has bubble tier. Alright. The potential new future Dragon Lord takes a bow. Chop, chop, slam. Get out of that corner, Rock Smasher. That was actually a smart move. Well, the first time it was a smart move. The second time, not so much. But the Raptors was smart to get out of the corner, or at least get a gap of, you know, breath of fresh air. King Cinnamon, Cats Like My Toes, Icarus Scorched. Icarus, you're up. Good luck, Icarus. Jaco. Icarus has entered the battlefield. Hoslow's Oath. Both fighters have bowed, indicating ready. We have Lightning Throne first, Lightning Throne second time. Don't get caught in that poison cloud, and Jaco gets poisoned. Oh, the slam is unreal. That Ash hits like a truck. One lightning, two lightnings. Looking for the next red sign. Yeah, big GG's, Rock. Gotta call him in. Out of all of the rule sets that I've had, which ones are your guys' favorite? I'll do locations next. But rule sets. Between war rules or no healing, which one is your guys' favorites? Yuli doesn't PvP, but she likes the no healing. Is it a faster fight? Or, Yuli, what's your reasoning for the no healing? Is it more exciting? More pressure? These games aren't pretty much meant to punish your mistakes. The pressure to be faster? Okay. And what about you, Rock? What's your favorite rule set? Well, I have modified healing where you're allowed the physic and you're allowed, like Like my mistake of not wearing armor. I don't wear armor, Yuli, because I believe in this game it's more important to look good. It's always Fashion Souls or Elden Bling around here. I have these sets of armor, but they don't really fit my character much. No healing is faster and puts in more stakes, says King Cinnamon. Yeah, so no healing's alright, that's fair. Yeah, if the Fight Club has no healing, Yuli, or if the Fight Club has everybody showing up with armor, it makes it twice as hard for me. But they have a harder time hitting me. That's the trade-off. I can actually roll further and farther and run faster than they can. So if I don't get hit, and I do all the hitting, I can get the win. And oh, you're not gonna win the hyper armor against that, Alex. Zap. Well, sign back into your PlayStation Network, Rock. Big sword. Wasn't enough, though. The lightning twin axes. And so Yuli can see I actually do have poise, but I only have a level of 24 poise, which means almost everything in the game, shy of somebody punching me unarmed, is gonna do damage and probably stance break me. Icarus up, and then I got Rock next. Jaco likes the war rules. Jaco likes war rules because nobody can say anything if he throws rings and reflects them. The only thing in war rules you can't do is you can't sit on the elevator button. That's kind of messed up. That's like the one thing where I'm like, please don't do that. Did you Fire's Deadly Sin me? I love the Fire's Deadly Sin on the Frost weapon. That's really funny. Good use of it, too. I hope you get this win. Get the Frost. There's just a ghost right there rapturing in the middle of your fight. Dodges all the lightning bolts except the ones on the ground, but he did. Okay. Is Icarus gonna get the poke? Oh, Icarus went for the slam. Sorry if I messed up any of you guys' targeting right there, but I did not want to get hit by the frost. I do like the armor set. Let me see if that's the one I know it is. Oh yeah, I know that armor set. Alright, so I got Alex, Cats, Rock, and King. I said Rock would be next, then Cats, then Alex, then King. Jaco says GG's, Icarus. Yeah, it's right there in the chat. Rock Smasher enters the arena. Rock, what do you have on your Twin Blade? I hope it works. Give him the blender! That was your chance to give him the blender right there. I did not know that could hit you in the sky. You're still alive, you're still in it, Rock. Just hit Raptors of the Mist over and over again. You had 1 HP. You were alive with just 1 HP. Here's Column. Columns on their way in. And Yuli, my one mistake of not wearing armor, which is kind of interesting. The one mistake of not wearing armor that I have, I've only put on armor, I think, for 2 different boss fights, but I prefer the light roll for getting away from the bosses. Usually before I put on armor, I use a shield. And the set of armor that Cats Like Me Toes has right there is one of the best sets in the game. Really good. I use pieces of it for my armor when I put it on, but I don't use the whole set. I don't think that's parryable, Column. But if it is, it would have happened, right? No. That one's not parryable, I don't think. Because I think when you hit the ash, you two-hand it. Icarus, Alex, Rock. Oh, he just can't be parried. It's just spinning slash, right? Yeah, you can't parry that one. Fair. Rock Smashers back with their Raptors of the Mist. The Divine Beast Stomp stops barely in front of me, but hits Rock Smasher on the second. There was no escaping that. You're right, Yuli. This is how I stay alive right here. It is the trick in all of these games, except Dark Souls 2. Dark Souls 2 does not give you as many iframes when rolling unless you level up the very specific stat for those iframes. It's a very specific stat that they call adaptability. And I'm pretty certain it's only good for your iframes when you roll. Yuli, I can't wait for the day that you beat Elden Ring and you get to show up to a fight club and get your first win. That'll be the day that changes everything for you in Elden Ring. You get your first PvP win, you'll be like, invaders? That's not a problem. What about using a great shield, like a fingerprint shield? Can you hit me with that ash real quick? Hit me with your ash. Yeah, hit me with it. I just want to see what it does. It got me down to about 2/3 of my stamina bar. So that might be the answer. Fighting against it. You might want to use a great shield. Yeah, you, Yuli. I know you would totally kick butt. Yeah, when in doubt, that's usually how I test things out. Can it get around a fingerprint shield? I mean, it's a good metric, right? I mean, does it get around the fingerprint shield or not? You let go of the shield too soon, man. And you're moving. Yeah, you were moving around the damage too much, and you let him get the hit. You have to time your blocks on that one for sure. But I do feel better knowing. Nah, you mediumed on that, I think. But I think that might be the solution. Oh, you did go heavy? Icarus, cats, rock, king. I gotta get king and then, or rock and then king. And then I get Icarus and cats. Yeah, I was just thinking to myself, maybe that would work, but if not, Hello, Think. Welcome. We have a fight club going on at the Divine Tower of Caelid. Feel free to pull up. Why are you locking on to me, Think? I saw you turn and look like you were ready to attack. Oh, everybody's having a good time, Think. Put your sign down, get some fights in. It's standard rule set, so no healing and spam is 4 or more repeated techniques. No, not you, Think. Lock in, not lock on. I was talking about Rock Smasher locking onto me right before the fight. He was facing his opponent, then he turned and looked right at me at the start, and I was like, uh-oh. Alright, and a goat roll. Sonic the Hedgehog for the win. Quick, use the spin dash. Alright, now I gotta get King Cinnamon in, and then Cats Like Me Toes. This is King Cinnamon. Yuli says, think is letting the intrusive thoughts wander. Yuli, think is surprised that you know. King Cinnamon's entering the arena, and it looks like he's got an Arumi on the right hand and a staff on the left. Using beefy armor. Might not be enough to survive. Think Yuli told me to let you know that she can read your mind and your thoughts. And that is a lot of frenzy damage. Yuli's in the Twitch. The chat feature has to be fixed. But right here, I can share with you, and I can communicate on behalf of the Twitch and the Discord. Yes, please, think. The sign will be by the grace at the center. Right when you get into the tower. Zap, 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 zap. 2 minutes till ad break. I want to summon Think at least once, hopefully. If not, I'll have another fight. Yes, you can definitely open up the Twitch if you want. We appreciate the viewers. That's the closest you've gotten? Yeah, Jaco's a beast. Cats. Icarus. There's Think. So Think, give us the background on that name, Zazap. There's got to be a story there. That's fair. Yes, Yuli had me pet my dog an hour ago. How much madness did that do, Jaco? I got me a few times. I can't remember how much it got me up. Shark wants me to pet that dog too. Alright, I'll make sure to pet the dog. Alright, we have 1.5 minutes till ad break, so Think. Prepare your fight. 1 more millisecond it would have happened. Oh, man. Hey, Zap's a cool name, man. I don't know a single Zap out there. Shark, welcome. We kind of need the dog to confirm the pets. Well... Alright, I'll see what I can do. Alright, I have 47 seconds. Round of applause. I have to pet that dog real quick, so 1 second. I will see if I can pet that dog real fast. 30 seconds. 30 seconds. 25 seconds to pet that dog. He's a good boy. I pet that dog. There you go. I pet that dog. We will be right back after this quick little ad break. Hang tight, and we have another hour of fights for you. Hello, everybody, and we are back. We have Cats Like Me Toes, aka Column, and Jaco. Let the fights begin. Rock Smasher had me go pet that dog, so I took a quick little trip to Garank before that ad break and made sure to honor that request. Lightning comes flying out. Ooh, Jaco. That was close. I thought he had you for a second there, Column. I thought he had you. It doesn't get much closer than that. You both were down to one hit. Now we get thinking here. Oh yes, absolutely. Take that moment to grab water. Patches? Patches, are you okay? Are you okay? Patches isn't looking too healthy. Patches, you're looking a little gray. Are you sick, Patches? A little green, yeah. Are you sick, Patches? Has the scarlet rot gotten to you that bad? Yeah, it definitely doesn't look like Patches. Yuli, have you met Patches in Elden Ring yet? I gotta introduce you to Patches, too. Alright, Patches is ready. Column's ready. Level enough to still hit you. This might be one of his ultra low level characters. It definitely is one of his ultra level characters. Ultra low levels. You live with Patches, Yuli? And Patches is watching you play Animal Crossing? That doesn't sound like a very Patches thing to do. Alex, you're up. Yeah, everybody in chat says, watch out, Yuli, because Patches is a trickster. So if Patches is your cat, Yuli, when you go to give the cat belly rubs, do the claws come out? That would be a very Patches thing to do. And do they know that Patches bites? Oh, Patches bites as well? You should have mimicked Veil for a 0.2% better chance of survival, think? Yes. I don't know how much of a better chance of survival that would have been, but yeah. So yeah, Yuli in the Discord chat, Patches the character is like Loki in Elden Ring. If you wanted to know a comparison, like a trickster god, that's Patches. Patches is referred to as an eldritch being for sure because he's in every single Dark Souls game except Dark Souls 2. Even the one... I gotta get Icarus in here. I haven't seen Icarus fight in a minute. Even in Dark Souls 2... Oh yeah, and Bloodborne. Patches is in Bloodborne as well. As a giant spider. Patches is also an armored core for Answer. I think... Yeah, that one was a surprise for sure. Patches is... Yeah, Patches is something else. Like, you know when Patches is showing up, there's some tomfoolery afoot. Alright. Zweihander has the range to get around that sword. There you go. Punch Cats Like Me Toes right out of the sky. Hit him again. More rocks. You should have done a second one. Oh, you aren't going to parry that. Those claws. Fireballs are out. Oh, you parried that, though. Don't get hit by that crag blade. It could go any way. Oh, you almost had it, Icarus. Close fight, though, Icarus. Close fight. I know absolutely you can beat Column. You have the weapons set up for it. You just can't be... You can't, like, panic. And in this tiny little room, with the claustrophobia, it makes sense. Alright, so Jaco, I gotta summon you after King Cinnamon. So yeah, Yuli, if you've played any game by From Software and haven't met Patches, you are missing out. Hands down, missing out. I like to imagine that Patches is Miyazaki's favorite NPC. He wouldn't put it in every single game of his if it wasn't his favorite NPC. King Cinnamon has entered the arena. He bows ready. You've never met Patches? He's a bold, sneaky man. Uh-oh. 1002, 1003, that is longer than 4 seconds. You should release that. Because it'll get you... Well, because it'll frenzy you really, really fast. It checks up? Yeah. What King Cinnamon wants to know if they were close to filling the meter column. That was column, no? Just barely, yeah. Didn't really work out too well. I think you'd be better off, King Cinnamon, using Endurable Frenzy. Or Unendurable Frenzy. Because you can direct it and aim it way better. It's too random on the spread. Yeah, that one, like, puts it in a directional cone aiming forward versus it raining in every direction above you. And if you pop Endure before doing Unendurable Frenzy, you're unstoppable until you run out of FP. Column comes in with a big swing. To be honest, though, you only see that often used in war, where people will endure into a heal from afar to guarantee their heal. Or endure into Unendurable Frenzy. You don't see that often in Fight Clubs. The daggers. The fan daggers. But yeah, Yuli, have you ever played Bloodborne? Even seen Patches in Bloodborne, you have to kind of go a specific route. Yeah, you can miss Patches in Bloodborne, can't you? Completely? Yeah, that's... Yeah, he's like off the beaten path for sure. No, in Demon Souls, he's right in your face, meets you and does horrible things to you. Dark Souls, he pushes you off a cliff. Demon Souls, he pushes you off a cliff. He doesn't push you off a cliff in Bloodborne, does he? I don't think the spider pushes you off the cliff. In Elden Ring, he shows up and pushes you off a cliff. I just think Patches is there to kick you off a cliff and have you fall down. That's like his whole thing. Patches the hyena. Why did that not post? Strange. But that's him. Oh, he does push you off in Bloodborne? Oh, that's crazy. As a spider, he like sneaks up on you and pushes you down a pit? Oh, he doesn't admit it though. Oh, okay. Yeah, because he will admit it in every other game and be all like, I'm sorry for pushing you down the cliff. I just wanted you to fall and die so I could steal your stuff and sell it. He just wants to steal your stuff and sell it. Hmm? Yes. Yes. Bolster. Bolster means to buff. Did you read it? All forms of damage negation. And then when you get damage negation while guarding, it buffs that as well. It'll make your guarding a little bit better. And it makes your defenses a little bit higher. Would you like to give it a try? Oh, I got King Cinnamon coming in. It's kind of like my... I think it's kind of like my, where is it? Like flame protection? But that's just physical damage negation. So yeah, Yuli, another reason why I don't wear armor is because there's a black flame spell that gives me temporary physical damage negation. And I use that. And then I use something called Endure, which looks like this. So while I have this on, if I get hit during this animation, I have like a armor aura for a couple seconds. Endure is typically like my go-to for protecting myself. The rings are out, flying around in every direction. Gets hit with the poke and a slam, and the lightning halberd gets the full hit. I saw the dragon form, thunder form, but that's it. Redeemed Gloam fight, prove it. Against Jaco? Okay. Alright, Jaco. Hurry up and whoop my butt. can't use that one. But that's how the Endure lets me use armor without having armor. And GG's, Jaco. I gotta say GG's to you, bud. That was actually our closest fight I think we've ever had. About as close as it gets. A round of applause. That was for you, Yuli. That fire blasted so much. Yes. Yes, it did. Everybody wonders why I run the double canvases. Now you know. Yeah, Jaco, sorry for abusing the Endure there, but when Yuli says prove it, I have to show her how good Endure is. And I'm gonna use Endure on every single chance I can if I don't have armor. It's like armor on demand. Looking for the next red sign right here. Are you Radagon? Is Think Radagon? I have had bad experiences with Endure. Yeah, I abuse it. Ow! Do you have any idea how much that stings? Alright. Endure heal from afar? Oh yeah. What's up, Inkai? We are battling up at the midpoint of the Divine Tower of Caelid. Come place your sign down and get some fights in, Inkai. Yeah, even Jaco thinks you look like Radagon's kid. Think. We got mini Radagon in here, Enkai, so be sure to show up and get some fights in. Miniature Radagon. Like tiny Radagon. His name is Infant Radagon. Baby Radagon. Oh, I see. Well, at least I have a potion to heal with. 40 more minutes. His name is Babygon. And the bolt comes right out. They are just throwing bolts of Grand Sacks back and forth. One of them's got to hit eventually. No, that's just America, guys. It's just America. It's America. She's lying. Magma. Uh-oh. Oh, it's standard rules today. It's no healing and spam is 4 or more repeated techniques. Apart from that, everything else, yep, OG rules. Radagon was a giant, not canon. Oh, that's fair, that's fair. Radagon of the Golden Order, of the miniaturized Golden Order. And Yuli, thanks for pushing that button because I rarely get to fight, and Jaco is terrifying. So the fact that I had a trade draw against Jaco is big respect. I actually prefer a draw like that than I prefer just completely beating my opponent and like them not landing a hit on me. The only dragon you worship is the Dreadlord? I don't... Well... Yeah, that's Bale. And Bale's a Drake. Oh no, wait, Drakes classify as dragons. They're a subtype. Drakes, wyverns, and worms all classify as types of dragons. Oh, yeah. Dreadlord, the Lord of Dread. I saw Dreg. King Cinnamon got me to fight the other day, or a while back. You guys were doing some goofy Coliseum stuff, and I didn't expect to win that. What's up, Connor? Place your sign down. Was worried about Jacob. Yeah, Jaco? Yeah, Jaco's good, though. Jaco's really good. Like, every time Jaco shows up to a fight club, they kick butt. And there's a lot of fighters here where, like, the way they fight, I'm just like, with my limited build, what options do I have? And I can't use that sword in this setup. So for part of my combo, Yuli, I have a lifesteal combo. So I'll go Endure into Sword Dance, and then I'll use a lifesteal poke attack. And I'll mix up those ashes to make a fun, unique combo. Yep, tiny little hallway. Looking for the next sign. Good old GG7. Place it down, Enkai. Alright. I got you next, Enkai. Connor, I'll see you when you get here. It's also good to see you, Enkai. Haven't seen you in a hot minute. Well, that's fair. Well, I hope you've been enjoying that game, but Elden Ring isn't going anywhere, and the balancers. Oh, no, who's mentioning the balancers in chat? And that's the frenzy move to use. That's the frenzy move. It's everywhere. Calm down, battery. I gotta eat one of these. I was about to get frenzied. Ow. Yeah, just good old-fashioned, old-school Fight Club rules. Okay, I'm just gonna have to switch controller because it keeps doing that same goofy pop-up, so I'll hang tight real quick. Problem solved. Oh, you're not running the Messmer build anymore. Well, let me make sure I get you your medals for showing up, Enkai. And Connor, you're up next. King Cinnamon's learning Jaco's moves. Jaco, that means you're gonna have to make a whole new build. Just when they were figuring out the Tree Sentinel build of yours, you had to show up as the Dragon Lord. Oh, yes. Your opponent is just standing there menacingly in a corner in a dark hallway waiting to fight you. That is exactly it. All the buffs. And he's ready. Alright, they both bow. Let's get this fight on the road. Straight into Mesmer's Orb. I thought you weren't using Mesmer anymore. Hit out of the moon. Another big chop. And it's over. Super smooth. Connor, you're up next. Connor, you have Jaco in front of you. I hope you're prepared. Oh, you put the spear and the armor away so you actually have poise? There's like very few like medium heavy to heavy armor sets that I think actually look good, but they just don't fit.
Hey!
That's exactly how I feel. If it doesn't fit my character's lore, right, that's my philosophy. If I'm gonna die, I at least want to look good dying over and over in these games. I don't want to be wearing Bull Goat. I don't want to wear Bull Goat and die over and over again. Also, when you're in like New Game 10 Plus, the worst part is the game doesn't really care about your armor at a difficulty that high. You might as well just light load. I was super close. Well, it's not like Bloodborne. Bloodborne was all about the drip. Bloodborne, like any armor you put on, all of those stats, they felt like they meant nothing. Oh, they gave you a shield. They gave you a shield in Bloodborne. It just wasn't a good shield. You have the rickety wooden shield. Oh yeah, big time. They wanted to reward the parry. I might try to do a Bloodborne run sometime with just that shield, just to see how bad it is. Purely for the sake of suffering. I don't think I can get past Blood-Starved Beast with just that shield. I think I'd have a hard time. Nah. No, soloing it with just that shield sounds like a nightmare. Yeah, that's the ultimate Bloodborne challenge, is beat that game with just the rickety shield. Lightning comes out. So much frenzy damage. Yep. Think you're just giving away medals. King Cinnamon might survive this if he keeps the weed cutter chopping. And the blink bolt gets him. Think, why are you trying to give away your medals? You trying to stay off the leaderboard? You don't want people farming you for wins? What's the logic here? Ah. I'm here to give the medals out to everybody. The Draglord. Is that the chicken wing? Colonel Sanders, is that you? Alright, so Yuli, this is known as the chicken wing or the drumstick. I don't know if you've ever seen this weapon. I think it needs more batter and to be deep fried. I saw those red eyes. Yep, that is the chicken wing. And the buffs are getting put on. It looks dry. That's what I said. It needs more seasoning. Looks like Think might have a solution. I am unsure if the giant concrete slab is the right approach. But if it works, it works. Or as they say, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Get him with the bonk. I've heard that before, Enkai. I was gonna say Tahiti? A flying chicken wing. Oh boy. Oh boy. Using me to block the attacks, I think? That is just comedy. Hide behind the host and you won't take damage. Oh, so if you're about to lose, kill the host and it's a draw. I see what's going on here. I see your strategy. I see the strategy there. Well, what happens though if the cameraman doesn't die? What happens then? Right, but if the cameraman doesn't die, it's like, well, there you go. You're up next, Enkai. You're up next. Icarus, where's your sign? Well, put it down. Yeah, refresh your sign. I didn't know that your sign was down. I saw King Cinnamon's, and I saw Enkai's, and I saw Connor's, but I did not see yours. Hey Icarus, make it a yellow sign. fights to last, you know, 25 minutes or so. 3 people in a tiny box for the last bit of the fight club, if possible. Like I said, this arena is just small enough to comfortably fit 2 duelists on a linear fight, so we'll make it uncomfortable with a 3rd. Let them finish their duel, Icarus, and then we'll start the free-for-alls. Connor, GG's. They finished the duel just in time. Stop hitting the walls! The walls are there to interrupt your attacks. It looks like, but the walls deserve it. I mean, if your sword bounces off the wall, and that normally doesn't happen in Elden Ring, well, I guess you just have to work around it. Everybody's ready. Everybody buffs up. We got ourselves a big free-for-all right now. Big free-for-all in a tiny little box. 3 fighters. Icarus bows. Connor bows. Waiting on Inkai to bow. And a free-for-all begins. Good luck, fighters. Where'd all your HP go, Icarus? Oh, you had your physic on. Death to your own physic. Who's this yellow sign? That's King Cinnamon? King Cinnamon, flip back to, oh no, we have just enough. Cinnamon's gonna swap in. I'm gonna rotate Icarus and Cinnamon. And then I'll grab the reds here. What's up, M? M, come on over, place your red sign. Yep, the rules are still the same, but it's a free-for-all. We're right here, Divine Tower of Caelid, center M. Alright. Yeah, when King Cinnamon goes down, I'll rotate. The wall decorations are gone. Oh yeah, Yuli. Whenever somebody dies and the world resets, all of the markers reset too. Items. If I had dropped items down to decorate with, those would disappear too. Look at all that blood all over the floor. Alright, all the fighters are ready. Endure into Ghost Flame. Pure madness. Who's getting bonked? With more frenzy, is Think gonna be able to dodge it all? King Cinnamon's unable to hit a target with it. And Think is just blocking all of it. And Think goes into the shield crash. Making sure that King Cinnamon picks up just as much frenzy as anybody else. Big jumping attack with the dual Kibas. And shield crash for everybody into a gravity missile. Holy macaroni. Explosive Ghost Flame. Arcs are out. King Cinnamon got bonked real bad. King Cinnamon's down. Are both fighters going to finish, or are they going to wait for the third? Alright, they have to finish. Somebody has to be the last man standing. The Connor versus Think. The chicken wings out, switches over to two-handing the giant fingerprint shield, and gets hit. Think you can't block all of that lightning damage, and you don't have enough HP to chance it. Ooh, well done, Connor. Well done. Alright, everybody decorate a wall for Yuli in the chat. I will decorate this one. Yuli, Icarus says they'll decorate the walls with their opponent's blood. There you go, Yuli. You asked, and they provided the decorations. The entirety of Thanos' Infinity Gauntlet has been placed upon the wall. And it's M! You're all in trouble now. Let me make sure M gets theirs. M, I just want you to know that it is a free-for-all. I hope I get M in here. There's M. Small room, 3 fighters, free-for-all. M's prepared. Putting on their buffs in the little safety cubby for the third fighter. M's ready, bow. Everybody's ready. Alright, let's begin. M hits me straight away with the lance. First blood is mine. Rocks are flying. I know M wanted to show up to one of my previous fight clubs at Suppressing Pillar. Well, it's the Power Stone. Yep. Some... Keep fighting. Don't let it stop, guys. For anybody wondering about the Infinity Stones, I do not have a Tezzeret, I promise. Yes, please. It's no healing, M. If you can avoid that physic, that would be great. Just for this fight. Just for this fight, M. I'm looking for... I got Icarus in here. So now I'm waiting for Inkai. There's Inkai. The middle's a great spot if you have Wrath of Gold. As soon as everybody rushes in, you just Wrath of Gold the entire arena. It's kind of funny. You can also, if you're really clever, what you can do is use Moog's Spear. As soon as the fight starts, you just Moog the middle of the whole arena. What's up, Ken? You showing up to get some fights in, Ken? Yeah, we got about 13 minutes left in the Fight Club. All the fighters are putting on their buffs. Blood flame thrown across the whole arena. Got one, not two, but 3 whole moons. Big old swing. The spinning fire tornado ash barely hits Icarus into the next one. They have to continue their fight. Jaco, if you're wondering how they died on the stream, they were kind of frame trapped the whole fight. It was a big frame trap death. Oh. Let me resummon you. I see. Okay, here. Inkai, I gotta resummon you. Thank you for speaking up on the desync. Now I understand what that was. It's a half desync. I was wondering what it was. Alright, jump if everybody can see everybody. Yeah, it was a ghost fighter. Alright, everybody can see everybody. Let's go. I hope you have Wrath of Gold. Or a Moog Spear. If you're in the middle, you can mess it up for everybody. Alright, they're ready. It's hot! Magma's out! No Garank Stone. Oh, that hits both of them! Stone of Garank, which true combos into Stone of Garank, which true combos into Stone of Garank. Oh my. I did not expect that. I got you, Enkai. I'll pick you up next. And the Dragon Breath comes out and it hits around the corner. Is Connor able to dodge it? Most of it. Fan daggers. Is it just another fan dagger to win? Oh, there's a spear in his head. They're both down to whoever gets hit next. And it was the Connor. King Cinnamon, that's not a bad idea. King Cinnamon, that's not a bad idea. I'd have to suggest that for a fight club, but the only problem I have with Coliseums when it's broadcasting is there's a lot of loading time. There's a long wait time, the group forming, the loading screen, and guaranteeing that there's always 5 people there. It makes it a little bit tough. But if it's possible, I don't see any reason why not. But if I do 5 players, if I do a 5-player free-for-all, if I do host a 5-player free-for-all, I would want to include even spirit summons for just a pure chaos. Why not at that point? Leo, you got 7 minutes to put your sign down and get a fight in. That's called fashionably late, Ken. Leo, we're up at... Leo, we're up at the top of the Divine Tower of Caelid. Feel free to put your sign down, grab some medals. Oh, well, thank you, Ken. Welcome back, and thanks for the boost to the server, Ken. I appreciate you. Oh, you'll have a chance. You'll have a chance to fight the birthday boy. You'll get a chance. We got Wrath of Inkai. Oh, I do not see a gold sign. No gold sign. Let's get the fight rolling. Apply your buffs. You don't see your opponent? He's looking right at you. All good, I'll fix that. Hey, usually that's what fixes it for me. Yeah, Inkai's has that split game thing going on again. He I'm sorry. Both fighters bow, indicating ready. Giant finger. Lightning strike. Oh, that hurt so bad. But we caught the whole fight. Alright, with 4.5 minutes to spare, I'm going to continue summoning fighters until there are none left or the time runs out. Put it down. I think the gold's gonna be funny as well. If you're not able to view all the fighters. Or like you spawn in and you don't fully connect. I don't know. Everybody has unique internet connections, and everybody has unique Elden Ring gameplay moments. Fighting a ghost fighter is definitely one of those weird moments. Threw the lightning strike right at Jaco. That was rough. Oh, I think he wants a forgiveness for that one. Everybody can heal up for this fight. There we go. They understood. Just right out the gates, a lightning bolt to the face. Bowing respectfully. Alright, let's get this fight going. Here comes all the lightning. Jumping attack from Connor. And more lightning. Gets hit with the blender. Storm Stomp. I don't even know how that hit him. Is that a great epee? It is a great epee. I love that weapon. I see a gold sign, but it's right in the middle of combat, so I'll try to summon for one free-for-all before time expires. Magma's coming out. The floor is lava, everybody. The floor is lava. Oh! GG's, Connor. You both were down to one hit. Alright, Inkai, I'm gonna try to summon Inkai, and then Inkai, let me know if you see Connor, and then I'm gonna try to summon Zap, Think, and let me know if you see Think, and this will be the last fight of our fight club. A round of applause for all the fighters, and thank you viewers for hanging out with us. We will be raiding another streamer shortly. Alright, last fight.
Hey!
Alright, so you can see each other, Connor? Alright, Inkai, are you spawning in? Oh, you got errored? Darn. It just might be the internet having a hiccup. Alright, we'll have to have this last fight. Think, are you there? Alright, Think is there. Last fight. Both fighters buff and bow. Prepare for immortal combat, spelled with a C, for copyright purposes. The gazing finger destroys this whole entire arena. Another one. And another one. Don't do more than 4 in a row. And there it is. We will see you all next Fight Club. Thank you all for hanging out. Stick around for the raid.